to give you the big picture so you might better understand how your human mind and the minds of others work so that you can navigate better around your own previous limitations that you will no longer have moving forward and the limitations of other people that you will run into on a daily basis, and you'll be able to see very clearly as you move forward. Then we want you to understand how all of your mind's inner bullshit works so you can throw a wrench into that whole system. We want you to understand the path to higher happiness levels within your life without having to change any of your external conditions, by the way. Here's the thing. Everybody says, oh, we're going to get you to happiness by helping you increase your income. Ooh, let's, do a multi-level marketing campaign, or let's start a business and be an entrepreneur, or whatever the fuck it is that they're trying to sell you. It's happiness equals more money, or a bigger house, or a better car, or a better spouse, or happier kids. Get your life in order, whatever it is. Lose weight, yada yada yada. That's going to equal happiness. This level of thinking is the problem of today's world, in that it's going to be the next thing that we get you. The next thing that we add to your life, the next thing that we add to your sense of self is going to be the thing that makes you happy forever. Well, that's bullshit, because happiness works as a physiological response of your nervous system, and your nervous system normalizes after a while. It's like, we'll talk about this in a few minutes, but you walk into a room and you start smelling something, like you smell gas in your house or whatever, and then after 10 minutes you don't smell it anymore. That's why you can't smell your own body odor most of the time. It's why when you're in a place and you start to smell gas, you need to get outside immediately, because over about 10 minutes your nervous system normalizes and it won't report to you the things that haven't changed, because what it is a big comparator. It reports the differences in things, right? It'll only tell you if something's different than another thing. So when you go from point 1 to point 2, or time 1 to time 2 with gas low to gas high, let's say you walk into a room and there's a gas leak, well, all of a sudden you smell the gas. Well, after a minute, time 2 to time 3, it's not going to report to you the difference in the gas level anymore, and you're going to be breathing that gas and on your way out of existence because you didn't leave when your nose told you originally. Well, that same type of thing happens with happiness. It's called the hedonic adaptation, or the happiness treadmill, some like to call it, in that you get a new thing, you get more money, or you get a new car, you get whatever, and then that gets you happy for a little while. But then after a while, your nervous system normalizes to that new thing, and all of a sudden it doesn't make you happy anymore. Well, the reason that is that's the way your nervous system works. And so adding something, more money, bigger house, better cars, whatever the hell it is they're trying to sell you, is not the path to happiness, because eventually your nervous system is going to normalize to that new normal, and all of a sudden you're going to be back to your baseline happiness levels. And so you can't continually try to set your life's external conditions to be better and better and better, because ultimately there's going to be a point where your happiness is going to be limited by the amount that you can increase your whatever it is that you're trying to increase. Well, the truth of the matter is your happiness exists within you. Right? Your happiness comes from your mind, always. Even if you're setting an external condition and it makes you happy for a time, let's say you won the lottery, you get 1 year of happiness for that, by the way. All of a sudden, the happiness comes flooding from your mind. Well, that's where happiness comes from always. It always comes from your mind. If your mind is satisfied that you have set life's external conditions to the point that it's happy, then it gives you happiness and trickles it out from under the happiness door in your mind, where the happiness storage room is behind that door, and you need to go align all the stars in the universe, and then we're going to give you some happiness. And then after a while, we're going to stop giving you happiness, because now you got to go get new shit. Well, that's not how you should approach happiness, because the fact is that you own that mind, and you own that happiness in that happiness storage room, and you can kick in that fucking door and go in and get all the happiness you want if you know how. Okay? And so we're going to give you those tools to be able to understand how to take control of your mind, how to kick in that happiness door and go in and get all the happiness you want without having to set any of your external levels or your external conditions. And then finally, there's some really amazing stuff that we want you to understand regarding the path to enlightenment, the path to higher levels of function from your mind. There's some amazing stuff that your mind can start doing if you get it to stop doing what has been limiting you up till this point. So we are here at Mind Hacking Happiness, our little volunteer team. I say we a lot. there's 4 or 5 of us working on this little project. We are going to be very irreverent in all of the stuff that we give you to improve your life and improve your mind development to the point that you can start doing some amazing stuff that you never thought you could do before. And we're going to do it unapologetically. You're no longer going to be one of those folks who is beholden or held hostage by somebody else trying to control your life or control what you do with your life based on how they manipulate your mind, because you're going to be manipulating your mind from here forward.